know? The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show.
Here's your daddy.
Hats off to you, lady. Good job. We'll see you in the hereafter. Viva Austin, Texas!
The Big Daddy G Show. Big Daddy G Show. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Now type it in, take it in. Where do I begin? He's really funny and he's not really thin. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Big Daddy, it's the Big Daddy G Show.
Dude, you gotta try the queso with the taco meat, man. It's delicious.
Really? That's a book on how to make Mexican martinis. I've got the recipe right here. Y'all try that. Share it.
The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. Daddy's home.
Here's your daddy.
I had about 30, I think I was about 30 drinks in, something like that. But no, not that many. Probably 29 drinks in. Was having a good time that night. So, are we on? Is that on? Hi kids, welcome to the Big Daddy G Show. I'm the Big Daddy G. Who knew? I didn't know we were on. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. So usually, okay. Can you hear me? Taryn, talk to my ear for a second. I think I had this thing on wrong. All right. So first of all, I want to, since we're going. Oh, I need to tell you. and hopefully Tyrone can tell me in my ear where we're going to be live on. Can you hear me? Okay, let me mess with this. Try it again. Okay, we're on. All right, and let me tell you why we're doing it. First of all, we're going to go long tonight because Miss Candi is in the studio. So we're going to go long tonight. So it's going to be over an hour. So please, it's not going to be more than an hour and a half. So, but we have a lot of people in the band that I want to interview, and they were only giving me 4 minutes to interview them, and that's just not enough time to, to get to know somebody a little bit. And I want you guys to get to know these people. So I asked and was granted that we can go till 11:30. Now, here at the station, we're only going to be on till 11, but we are live streaming through my website, so thebigdaddyg.com, and just push the watch. And we're also on Facebook Live. Go to the Big Daddy G Show on Facebook, and we're also on Twitter, and we're also on YouTube, and we're on Twitch. So we're all live, and we are around the world live right now. So please, if you don't want to miss the last part of the show, you need to get that ready so that you don't miss the last part of the show. So, because who knows what we're going to do. So my handle, by the way, my handle is at the Big Daddy G Show. Okay. So that's my handle. I don't know what that means, but okay. First of all, I want to bring in somebody who's very special to us here on the show. Sabby, can you come over here for a second? Oh, wow. Sabby doesn't know this is happening, so I'm surprising Sabby. Please have a seat for a second. Oh. So the reason I'm having Sabby come on here right now is because it was his birthday about 2 weeks ago, something like that, and you weren't here. And I was going to do this on that episode, but you weren't here. So we would like to sing happy birthday to Sabby for his birthday. My birthday was the 15th of November, so we're both Scorpios. So I even have my little happy birthday thing. So if y'all could join in, audience, in singing happy birthday to him, let me... Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sammy. Happy birthday to you.
All right, man. We love you, Sabby. We love you. All right. Okay. So that was worth all the extra money right there. So, happy birthday, Sabby. Hope you had a good time on your birthday. I did get you a present, by the way, and I had it in my hand earlier today, and I said, oh, I can't forget this, can't forget this. And guess what? I forgot it. I got to do better drugs, that's all. Okay, so I want to, we get emails all the time, and we have people that answer emails. And a lot of times, people that write are people that I've knew years and years and years ago. So one of the people that wrote, I'm sorry? Say that again, Taryn? Oh, my beard is hitting my mic. Well, I'll just get rid of my beard. Okay, let me move this. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. Okay, all right, so there's a friend to the show and a friend of mine that I haven't seen in 15, 20 years. His name is Daryl Walker, and he's a new fan of the show. I just found out about it. He recently had a stroke. He lives in Brownwood, Texas now, and super, super nice guy. So Daryl, hope you're doing better, and here, this sip's for you, bud. You got to come to Austin to visit sometime. Come sit in the audience. Awesome. Thank you. Let's see, what else? I want to get a little serious because somebody sent an email that got to me, and I thought that it was really important to talk about. They were talking about, first of all, a parent cannot steal their own child, okay? Because that child belongs to them also as much as it does to the wife or the husband. You know, so a parent can't steal their own child. But somebody wrote me and said that they were thinking about taking their children and leaving town because they weren't getting along with the husband. and wrote me for some advice. So here is my advice. Don't do it. It's a very big mistake. And I know that you're watching right now, so I'm telling you, don't do it. Work it out with them. You know, the kids are the ones that are going to suffer. In my opinion, all I've ever done my whole life was raise kids, okay? I watched the guy that's on with David, what's his name? Larry David, his manager, Jeff Garland, and he said, don't follow your dreams if they're not, if it's not what you're good at. And I kind of agree with that to an extent, but not completely. My whole life I've raised kids. That's all I've ever done. I raised my brothers. I've raised my brother's kids, or I help raise my brother's kids. You know, I help raise my kids. I help, you know, raise other people's kids. And all I can tell you is that what Jeff said was, if you're really good at something, I'm mixing all this stuff in together, so you got to pay attention. Put the bong down for a second. If you really, really love those kids, and some kids are really good at math, you know, and some kids are really good at science, and some kids are really good at, you know, astrology, or not astrology, but astronomy. And some kids are really good, can learn stuff, medicine, you know, plumbing, you know, whatever it is that they want to do, have them do that, and then whatever it is that their dream is, have them follow it alongside it. So I think if I had not been a person that helped raise kids, or helped teach to raise kids, I think a lot of kids would be in jail right now, because I don't kid around, you know, when it comes to kids. I'm very stern, and I'll tell you exactly what's going on. So if you're sitting at home and you've been playing video games for days and not spending any time with your kids, and then you're wondering why, you know, who you're with is wanting to leave, dude, wake up, you know? Just wake up a little and spend some time with your kids, because your kids do not want your money, they want your time. And I've said this to many times before, but dude, if your kids won't listen to you now when they're kids, imagine when they become teenagers and they're monsters. Dude, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. And all that work that you did, you know, working all those extra hours to get them that, you know, $1,000 phone. I don't know how much phones are anymore because I don't have a phone, but $1,000 phone or something like that. Dude, they don't want that. They want your time. So please spend time with your kids. And to that person that wrote, don't take your kids, man, because they need dad and they need mom. And living your life looking over your shoulder, and are your kids gonna make it home, or did the cops come and get them at the school? Or, dude, it's not worth it, man. What you need to do is you need to spend time with your kids. The guy that you're with, or the girl that you're with, you fell in love with that person, so they're still the same person, but something caused them to change how they're thinking. So maybe if you stop doing everything else, alcohol, video games, you know, hunting, whatever it is, and start spending time again, maybe you'll find that, you know, that understanding. You know, maybe you won't be able to stay together, I don't know, but maybe you'll find that understanding. And the most important thing is the kids. And it's not fair for the kids if you take them away from the father. And it's not fair for the kids if you take them away from the mother. So, you know, just learn to get along, dude. You got along in the beginning, so you can still do it, you know. Okay, so what else have I got? I want to say hi to my friend Mark Burrs, who's down in La Feria, Texas. And super, super nice guy. I've been known him for 400 or 500 years. Mark, get better. Oh, this sip's for you, Mark. Haha. Well, he's a big guy, so I'm going to do 2 sips. Nice. One last thing is it's getting cold outside. So make sure that you bring your pets inside. Even if they have fur, it doesn't matter. They're still going to get cold. They're not used to cold weather, you know, because we live in Texas, you know, which is basically an oven. So, so please bring your pets inside. One last thing, Tyrone, don't yell at me anymore, please. One last thing. a couple of weeks ago, I talked about fall in love with whoever you want to. Don't let anybody tell you how to live your life. Let them give you advice on how to live your life, especially if it's somebody older or somebody that you trust. Dude, your mom and dad, I'd say majority of the moms and dads out there are not going to give you bad advice. You know, they're going to give you advice that that they feel is the best for you. So please listen to some of those people because they mean well. And no matter where you go on the planet, there will always be somebody willing to help. So, so thank you very much for joining us. Tonight we have Candi and the Muthaload to perform for you guys. And we're going to meet each and every one of them, and we will be right back in a couple of minutes. So take a rip, a sip, and a puff, or all three, or one or the other, or whatever you want to do. And we'll be back in 1 minute. Ta-da!
Take a sip, take a rip. Once you live, just double click. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Big Daddy G Show. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Now type it in, take it in. Where do I begin? He's really funny, and he's not really thin. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Big Daddy, Big Daddy. It's the Big Daddy G Show.
Love American style, huh? What? Oh, we're on. Hey, kids, we're back. Okay. So we're going to bring in, as I've told you before, and if you're new to the show, thank you and welcome to the show. We are not a fancy show, as you can tell. We're just, we're just good people from Austin, Texas, trying to share talent with you that we feel is awesome. And tonight, we've been trying to get this crazy woman on the show for so long, and we finally got her tonight. So the first person we're going to bring in is the guitar player, and his name is Trevor O'Connor. So please help me welcome. Any idea who that is singing?
Not a clue, man. It's pretty badass.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about Mr. Trevor O'Connor. Where are you from, first of all?
I'm originally from the wonderful state of New Jersey.
You're from Jersey.
From Jersey.
Oy vey.
Yeah, Oy vey, yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a long way. It's a long trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what brought you to Austin?
I was planning on moving somewhere to fulfill my destiny, to wear all black for the rest of my life.
Nice.
No, I wanted to just be involved with music more.
Okay.
I was playing when I was back in Jersey, but I wasn't playing enough, and I wanted to just be in a music city. And when I visited Austin, I noticed a lot of weird people walking around, and I was like, this is for me.
Yeah,
for sure.
awesome. Awesome. You know what's funny is right before I left the house, I was listening to I Cut Myself Today.
Oh, Johnny Cash?
Yeah, Johnny
Yeah.
Cash, dude, you're in good company. He loved wearing black.
I love Johnny Cash.
Yeah, dude, I love, yeah.
Coolest
I
dude
love
ever.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's actually a picture of Johnny Cash sitting with a cake, and he's in the bushes, and he's just
I've seen that picture.
he's on organic cigarettes, if you know what I mean. He's he has the cake, and he's hiding in the bushes, trying to eat all the cake by himself.
And it's all over his face.
Yeah, it's an awesome picture. If y'all can look it up on I guess Google it or
Worth
something.
seeing for sure.
Yeah, it's super funny. All right, so you play guitar, okay? And how long have you been playing guitar?
I'd say about like 15 years
Okay.
at this point.
Okay, and how old are you now?
I'm 30 years old. I just turned 30.
Oh, you're still a baby. Okay,
Little baby.
so you were 15 years old, and is that when you got your first guitar, or
So
how did that happen?
I got my first guitar, I think like in 7th grade. I begged my dad to buy me a guitar. He bought me a guitar. My dad's also a musician.
Nice.
He actually just relocated to Nashville, so he's also very involved in music. And so he got me a guitar, and it collected dust for about 2 years.
Yeah.
To his dismay.
Right.
But when I was a freshman in high school, I just started picking it up, and I just got the bug, and I just couldn't stop playing, and immediately started a band, or joined a band actually as a bass player, and I got kicked out of that band because I was like trying to start my own band the whole time and like do my own thing, and so they were like, let's get rid of this guy because he's not like following the rules here.
All right. We don't want to mention the band, right? What's the name of the band? Do you remember the name
It's
of the
called Auditory Color.
Oh, okay.
Carlton Yost and Jeff Durham, if you're watching, you guys suck.
Oh, no.
No, I can't. It's all. It's
What
all
were their
good.
names?
We're good.
What were their names?
Carlton Yost and Jeff Durham.
Carlton and Jeff?
Yeah, my first band.
Carlton and Jeff, you suck, dude. You suck. Trevor said-
No, I started a band called Second Place, where I was playing guitar and singing and writing a bunch of songs, and
Okay.
just was doing that for a while. And when I got to college, that's when I really started like taking guitar playing very seriously. I always loved writing songs, but I always fancied myself like a rhythm guitarist. I kind of set boundaries for myself. I was like, I just play rhythm, blah blah. But when I got into college, I was just like, I should learn how to play this thing for real. And then I got, because when you're learning an instrument, you always plateau, and you always have to kind of reinvent yourself periodically. So that was my time to like really sit down and just shed out all the stuff I wanted to learn, and that's when I started becoming a well-rounded, good guitarist.
Awesome. And why did you start playing bass and then switch to guitar?
I think I just picked up the bass just so I could be in a band.
Awesome.
All I wanted to do was like be in a band, and they were like, we need a bass player, so I got a bass for Christmas, and I was like, let's do this.
Nice. Well, so is Dad watching tonight? Do you know?
I don't think so. I probably should have sent him the link.
Yeah,
but
probably-
I'll send it to him right after I'm done with this interview.
Okay. So what's his dad's name?
His name is James.
James,
O'Connor.
this is for you for getting him a guitar, man.
Yeah. Clap.
Nice. Way to go, James.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not supposed to ask if you're married or anything like that, so I'm not going to do that. But do you have any kids?
No, I do not.
No kids? Okay. And so you've lived in Austin for how long now?
About 2 years.
2 years. And you said you came and you saw some crazy people, so basically you came to Austin, but what did you come to Austin for when you came here?
I basically just came here because I knew that I would be immersed in music. So I actually came here without a job or anything. I just rolled into town and was like, I'll figure it out. And I did. It wasn't the roughest, like getting going or anything like that. I found a job. I started working at a music school. I work at a music school called Band-Aid School of Music.
Okay.
Been working there ever since I moved here. Yeah, woo, Band-Aid School of Music, South Austin, woo.
So you came here, but did you just get in your car and drive here, or did you fly here and say, you bring your bags and that was it? Or what made you decide? At what point did you go, dude, this is where I want to live?
I was, I'd heard about it for years. Actually, I used to work at a place called the Original Music School in Morristown, New Jersey. Shout out to you. And my musical mentor, Anthony Vitale. Shout out to Anthony Vitale. Yeah, shout outs. He basically was like, you would love Austin, you should check it out. So at some point, one of my cousins got married in Austin. And when I came and went to the wedding, I was like, yeah, this is the spot.
Awesome.
This is the coolest place on earth.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Me too.
And I'm glad you're playing with Miss Candi.
Yes.
Tell me about this tattoo.
This
you got
is
going on here.
Tattoo of a band called Alkaline Trio. They're a punk rock band from Chicago.
Nice.
And they're one of my favorites. And I was driving down to Asbury Park one day, and I was like, I'm going to get a big old tattoo on my hand, because that's a good idea.
Because that's a good idea. Well, at least you didn't get it here.
Yeah, so it was my little homage to one of my favorite bands. And when I got this tattoo, my mom had a great line. She's like, I don't like it. It looks like a skull and a heart. And I was like, that's exactly what it is, Mom.
That's exactly what it is.
Well done.
So is Mom watching tonight? Do you know?
No, she's probably in bed.
Oh, okay. What's Mom's name?
Dorothy.
Dorothy?
Call her Dot.
Dorothy Dot?
Yes.
Dot? Oh.
Dot.
Do we have a friend of the show named Dot?
Tara, what's her last name? Is it Derringer? Dot Derringer? Yeah, Dot Derringer. Hi. All right, well, this is for Dot and Dot. You did a good job.
Yes.
Look at him.
She's
He's a
the
nice
best.
kid. Okay, man, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us.
Thank you, brother.
We are going to bring in Andy, is it Tenberg?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to bring Andy next. Next. I'm sorry. Andy, come on out. Dude, look at this. Look at these hats here.
Yes.
I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but all three of us have beads.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay. So you're Mr. Andy Tenberg,
That's right.
and you're a bass player.
I am.
Okay. So next we're going to bring in Chris. No, I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding. Bass players. No. I'm just kidding, Andy. All right. So tell me a little bit about Andy. Where are you from?
I'm from Austin.
Oh, really? Born and raised?
Original. I was not born.
Oh,
Close,
okay.
Close, very close.
Okay.
My dad got a job. I was 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
They're from Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
So
Okay. Maryland. That's
Here
over
pretty
by
quick.
D.C., right?
it is.
Yeah.
About an hour away.
Okay. So so he got a job here. What does your dad do? I'm just
He's a
curious.
software engineer.
Holy moly, that's what we need. We need another software engineer in the world.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. So at what age did you start playing bass?
Oh, that's a good question. I was originally a guitar player. From
was
the age of
backwards.
8. Yep. I picked up the bass 6 or 7 years ago.
Okay.
Because every band I was ever in always needed a bass player. So I
Why
like
is
making
that?
money and.
Why is that? Why is it?
Because
no, but, seriously. I hear
question.
all the time where bands they lose their bass player all the time. They're always looking for a bass player. Why is it? Is it tough being a bass player?
It's
or
not
what?
as sexy as the guitar, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Well,
least- at
what
least
about
for
if you got like a
kids, you
cooler
know.
looking bass?
Well, yeah, if you're like a
One that lights
Flea or somebody like that, they
Yeah.
really kind of brought the bass forward.
Okay.
I think as far as the stage goes, but traditionally they're kind of in the back. They don't get a lot of the spotlight, which is
Okay.
why I like it so much.
Okay. Well, I'm all right. So Sabby and Grant, and I'm not sure who else is running camera tonight. Can we give special attention to the bass player tonight? We're going to give you a little more camera time than bass players are used to
I
getting.
appreciate that.
Just for that. So, and how old are you, Andy?
31.
30. Golly. So that's like your kid brother.
Yeah,
Y'all look,
almost.
y'all, seriously, y'all look like you could be related.
We are.
Could
You know?
be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure that out.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm from, or I just made up that whole story up.
Oh, nice. You should run for office or something. Yeah. If you make,
I
you
will.
make stuff up like that.
I will.
Wow, you're a politician. So you came to Austin when you were a little kid, and you decided to stay. And at what age? Like, what was the first band you were in? And how old were you?
Oh, that's a good question. I did the rock camps when I was little at
Okay.
the Austin Guitar School.
Okay.
And then jazz band all through high school, and played the blues through college, and did some jazz groups through UT.
Okay.
The first like real serious project I was involved with was a funk group called Chesterfield. It's actually how I met Candi.
Nice.
We were on a bill together way back.
Well, do you know what Chesterfield? I don't know. Why did they call it Chesterfield?
After the cigarettes. I
That's
think.
what I was going
Yeah.
to say. But I didn't want to say that because I thought, well, why would they name it after a cigarette? But they were good cigarettes. They didn't have filters, if I remember
that
correctly.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was
They didn't
before
have
my
filters.
time.
So yeah, if you smoke those, you're dead. Yeah, you're dead because there's no filter. But okay, so Chesterfield, and then how did you meet Miss Candi, or how did you get involved with Miss Candi?
I think the first time I saw Candi play was at the Sahara Lounge,
Okay.
formerly TC. Yeah, she blew me away. It was amazing. I think kind of ran in similar circles, playing funky rock, soul stuff. The first gig I played with her was as a guitar player, actually, right when they opened up the F1 track over in the southeast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a wild gig.
Well, dude, I was out there not too long ago. out in that area, and I stopped at a really nice restaurant. I gotta tell Tara, what was the name of that restaurant I was at? Good Times. It's called Good Times. It's at Dry Creek. Let me turn this up a little because I can't hear. Okay, it's called Good Times at Dry Creek, and dude, really good country food. You know, chicken fried steak and all that. Nothing good. They don't have nothing good for you, but the food's delicious, man. You got to go check it out, and the margaritas are good too.
Excellent.
So one quick question, and then we'll go to the to Mr. Chris. But what could a bands do to make bass players want to stay with them?
Hire good drummers.
Hire good drummers.
That's a great answer.
And for people who don't know what that means, like me, what does that mean?
So the drums and the bass are a kind of a core part of the team and the band that creates the feel and the vibe. And the bass is particularly important in that it's the link between the drums and the rest of the band, because rhythm is extremely important.
Okay.
And so having a good drummer that has a really solid sense of rhythm and listens well, you know, if you play together as a team, that sets the best possible foundation for the rest of the band. It makes everybody sound good.
Okay. Awesome. So there you have it.
Yeah.
Get a good drummer. Ta-da! Problem solved. Okay, so, dude, thank you so much for coming, Andy. We're going to bring out Mr. Chris Trafton. Did I say that right? All right. So, I don't know if you noticed, but that's 4 beards.
4 beards.
Now, yeah. So, I think our audience has been smoking something organic. Took them a little chance to catch up there. I guess about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I accidentally cussed on the air, and I had partaken in a organic cigarette. And it took me like 2-3 seconds to catch it after I already said it. You know, I was like, oh man, I just cussed. But anyway, because we're live.
Drugs are bad.
Yeah. So Mr. Crafton, or Trafton, is that right, Trafton? Mr. Trafton, he plays the drums. And how old were you when you started playing the drums, or what made you go, I want to play the drums, man, in a band?
I was about 15, I think.
Okay.
I saw a marching band for the first time, and I saw the drum line out there on the field, and I'm like, that's exactly what I want to do.
Wow.
Yeah, just the impact of the bass drums and everything, the way it hit your chest, I knew that I wanted to be a part of that, for sure.
Dude, you must love like drum circles. You know?
I do, it's a little hippie for me,
Yeah.
but I think
Dude,
it's
there's nothing wrong
always
with
a
being
good time.
hippie. There's nothing wrong with being hippie.
Right.
Dude, a lot of people, other than the bathing, you know, if you're a hippie, please bathe. But they were all about, you know, majority of the hippies they're all about, you know, love and peace and, you know, let's get along, and, you know, we can't get along, well, let's, you know, do like the Native Americans used to do. They'd sit around and smoke an organic pipe, and they figured it out, you know? And so that's the cool thing about hippies. I was at a restaurant, and they said hippies use the back door or something like that to get in. So anyway, I just want to bring that up. All right, so here's another cool thing that I just noticed. He was 15 when he started, Mr. Trevor. Andy was 15 when he started, and Chris is 15 when he started. And my birthday's on the 15th, so there you have it. So there's, something's going on.
Spooky.
Okay, so can I ask how old you are? You're
45.
Not 45? You're still a baby. He's still a baby. 45 years old. Holy mackerel. And why do you like this band? Of all the other bands that you played with, why do you like this one?
I've been a fan of Candi's for about 10 years now,
Yeah.
I think. And these are just my friends. They got me into the band because I guess they needed a drummer. And
Nice.
we all play in different bands together.
Okay.
And so I jumped at the chance to play with someone that I admire already with my friends.
Awesome, awesome. And do you have any kids?
I do. I
What
have
are their
2,
names?
Arthur and Frederick,
Arthur?
15 and 13.
There's another 15.
See?
Yeah, there's another 15. So wow, so that would make the number 5. The 5 15s. So anyway, I have a really good friend. I call him Google Boy. because he knows everything, and he's into threes for some reason. So he even has them tattooed. Man, I've been working on the yard. He has them tattooed on his arm and stuff. So, but anyway, I know. Charles yelling at me. Okay, so what brought you to Austin, or are you from Austin?
I'm from San Antonio,
Oh, okay.
and so I've always been close to Austin and
Yeah.
familiar with the scene.
Nice.
Then I went to college in San Marcos,
Yeah,
and then eventually migrated to Austin to play music. So
nice. And is this the first thing you played was drums?
yes,
Okay. And do you play any other instruments?
I play piano also.
Really? And why the piano? I mean, why not the guitar? Or,
I grew up with the piano in my house, so it was
okay,
always there.
So it was there.
Yeah.
Did mom and dad play piano?
Mom played piano.
Okay. And what did dad do?
Real estate,
Oh, man. Man, so you come from a rich family.
loaded.
Wow. I'm adoptable. I just want to go ahead and throw that right now. I'm adoptable. But you got to have a lot of tequila. That's all I'll say. But, okay, so, well, welcome to Austin from San Antonio via San Marcos. I've got a lot of friends in San Marcos. But they tend to party a little bit too much, because it's a college town.
Just the
Is
right
it still
amount.
dry? Is this still a dry town?
no, not at all.
Not anymore?
It's very wet.
But it used to be a dry town, right? It's very wet. It used to be a dry town from what I remember.
That was a long.
That was a long time, yeah. But dude, I've been on this rock for a long time, man. I don't want to go home anytime soon, but I'm really having a good time. So, all right. So, Tara, what are we doing next? I guess I can look at my schedule here. I guess we're going to take a break real quick. All right, so we're going to take a break and we'll be right back. Hang tight.
Dude, you can't be doing that while I'm drinking.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, hey kids. Welcome to the Big Daddy G Show. We're on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. on
Channel 16.
Or you can stream it.
on thebigdaddyg.com.
Adios.
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 That was perfect. Let me go.
It's what we do.
Good enough.
Good enough.
90%. Still an A.
Alright, so that mic's ours now, right?
I-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show.
I had this idea. Are we back? Okay, yeah, I had this bright idea today, and I told Tyrone about it, that we should go, even though the station, we're shut off at 11 here, but we're still going to be streaming live on everything else. So, so make sure that you get ready for that. All right, so the next person we're bringing in is Miss Deanna Jocelyn. All right. All right, so tell me, Miss Deanna, my mic is coming apart here. Miss Deanna Jocelyn, and you're the backup vocal. All right, so tell me a little bit about Miss Deanna. Where are you from?
I'm from Victoria, Texas.
Wow, dude, I know Victoria.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know anybody named Blue Brooks from Victoria, Texas? Brooks, the last name Brooks.
I think so.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine.
Really?
Yeah. So anyway, he lives down in South Texas now, but and he's into real estate. So okay. Anyway, so you do backups. You're a backup singer. Okay. And how long have you been singing?
Oh wow.
Like
You're gonna
in-
tell my age.
Oh no, we won't. I won't ask the woman her age.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I've been singing. I remember singing real little, like 5 years old.
Wow.
Like always singing around the house.
Yeah.
Like my mom sings too, so we used to like sing in the kitchen and stuff like that.
Aw.
So it was cool.
What's mom's name?
Mom's Mary.
Mary?
Yeah.
Hi, Mary. This is for you, Mary. Woo! All right. So, so you were singing. The earliest you remember, you were 5.
Yeah.
Singing. Okay. And at what point did you go, dude? This is what I want to do?
Wow.
I mean, how old were you when you said, I love doing this?
Probably middle school. Probably when I met the powerhouse Candace Sanders.
Nice.
She definitely was a huge influence for me because I was kind of shy, even though I sang, like, but to like sing a solo, it was
Yeah.
very difficult for me to come out my shell.
Right.
And then when we met in middle school, it really, I knew this was like something I loved.
Nice. Well, it makes you feel good.
Absolutely.
When you sing, I don't know if you kids know this or not, but when you sing, it releases endorphins. And endorphins, it kind of makes you high. You know, it's a chemical that your brain releases. And it makes you basically high. It makes you feel good, you know. So that's why you should sing. Also, if you scratch your dog's the back of their ear, it also releases endorphins in their brains. And that's why they like being scratched behind the ear. So anyway, okay, sorry about that. So are you married?
I am not.
Not married, so you're single.
No, I'm not single.
Oh,
either.
okay. Well, I don't see a ring.
Not yet.
I don't see. Well, there should be some kind of jewelry, you know, something.
Always. That's why I got the tattoo, so it needs to be big enough to cover it.
Oh. See, now you sound like my mom. You sound like my mom. You don't know how many carats this is going to cost you. But okay, so and tell me, where are you from?
Victoria.
Victoria, Texas. And when did you move to Austin?
Wow. I moved to Austin probably when I was 27. I'm 39 now, so.
Oh, you don't have to tell us your
Okay,
age,
that's
but you don't. You look like you're 21.
Well, thank you.
Didn't you? You look really young. Look at this.
Hope it stays like that. I hope when I'm 60, I'm looking still young.
Oh, you
so.
will. You will. I love the hair.
Oh, thank you.
Looks really,
Thought
really
I should
nice.
bring some volume to the show.
It's a little volume. There used to be an actress. The voice you just did a little bit. That was an actress called Mae West, from a long time ago.
Oh,
She had a saying. She was very boisterous, I guess, and she would say stuff that was just barely could be talked at. But one of her biggest jokes was, think of my left leg as Christmas and my right leg as Thanksgiving, and come visit me in between holidays.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's Mae West. So any kids?
No kids.
No kids.
No babies.
Okay. And so you live in Austin?
Yeah, I live in Austin, North Austin.
Okay. And how long have you been in Austin?
I say about maybe 12 years, maybe.
12 years? Wow, you've been here a while.
Yeah.
And you haven't left.
No, I'm not.
So that means
really.
you're going to stay.
Yeah, I'm staying.
Dude, I love Austin.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fell in love a long time
Yeah.
ago. Like Candace moved first, and then I came to visit, and the people was just so inviting.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm moving here.
Yeah. I want to tell this really quick story. I was at an HEB, and there was this guy on the phone, and his hood, he parked his car backwards in a parking space, and his hood was up, and it said New York, the plate did. And he's on the phone, and he's talking to somebody, and so I stopped and rolled my window down, and I go, dude, you need some help? And he goes, oh my God, he starts yelling. And I'm like, oh, damn, you know, maybe I hit a nerve or something, I don't know. And he goes, and he's telling somebody on the phone, this is the third person that has stopped to ask me if I needed help. He says, I'm moving to Austin.
Aww.
So anyway, we're good people here. Yeah. We're good people here. But once again, if you're not a good person, don't come to Austin, man. We don't want you here. If you're not open-minded, we don't want you in Austin. So, so you really enjoy singing.
I do.
And is that what you would do if you could do anything for a living? Is that what you would do?
Honestly, yes. If I won the lottery,
Yeah.
singing all the way.
Yeah. Well, babe, you just won the lottery. You're on live television all over the
Absolutely.
world. We're all over
Keep
the world,
on.
dude. We have people watching us from all over the place, from Germany and,
This is awesome.
and
Thank you so much.
Korea and South Vietnam. And there's a lady, an Oscar winner lady from Philippines or something like that. Tyrone going to yell in my ear because I always forget her name, but super nice lady. We interviewed her for the show. But anyway, well, thank you so much for coming to share.
Thank you so
I think
much.
we're bringing in Connie Sanders next. So Connie, please help me welcome Connie Sanders. Another hat. How you doing? There we go. All right, so Miss Connie
Yes.
Sanders. And where are you from, Miss Connie?
I'm from Victoria, Texas.
Is your birthday on the 15th by any chance? Or no, I'm just kidding.
No.
So you're from Victoria also. Do you know Blue Brooks by any chance?
I do not.
Oh, okay, all right. Just thought I'd throw it. Hi, Blue. I know he's watching. Okay, so you're from Victoria, Texas, and what brought you to Austin, or do you live in Austin?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay.
My sister's Candace.
Oh, really?
Yes, she's my sister.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, and so you live with your sister, or you came with your sister?
Well, actually, no.
Okay.
So, at the time, my sister was going to UT, and I was
Okay.
going to Texas A&M. And I was always coming down here and
Yeah.
visiting with her,
Yeah.
and we would just check out like all the live music. That's what really like captivated me to Austin was live music.
Nice.
My family is musically inclined. My dad's musicians, and my uncles are musicians. So, I love the live music scene. That's what really got me into Austin. That's why I wanted to live here, and my sister's here too. So.
Well,
yeah.
how can you beat that? And
Yeah.
what's Dad's name?
My dad's name's Charles.
Charles? Hi, Charlie. This sip's for you. Is he watching, do you know?
Probably so. I think so. I don't know.
Ooh, very good. And what does Charlie play?
He's a bass player, but he can play. He plays guitar. Like
Yeah.
when he first started out in his band, Cooling Together.
Yeah.
He played guitar. He played keyboard, and eventually he just went to bass because he's just more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
But he could play.
Well,
Different.
the bass is the heartbeat of the band.
Yes, it
yeah.
is.
So, okay, and at what age did you start singing?
I don't know the specific age, but I've been singing for so long because we've been having music. We always had music in the house all the time. So I don't. Just when I was really young, I was in my church choir too, like maybe in middle school. I don't know like I said, the specific age, but that's when I guess I really started singing. But I've always been singing all my life.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Makes you feel good. I got to tell you, all right, so one of my kids went to UT and the other one went to St. Edward's. And now my baby is at A&M. So I got to tell you this joke.
Oh my
I got to tell you this Aggie joke. Don't write no hate mail. All right, so you know what this is? All right, I don't know. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. You know what that is? That's an Aggie driving through a blinking red light. My niece Melissa, or Missy, she went to A&M also. So, all right. So, any kids?
No.
No kids. Okay. Good for you. They're trouble. They're nothing but trouble. I'm telling you. You want to know what it's like to raise kids? Go take care of your nieces and nephews, and then you're gonna go, oh, I'll never have kids. No, I love kids. I just don't want any more, but I love kids. So, so you love Austin because you're not going to go nowhere. Nice. And what do you do anything else other than do?
I'm working on my teaching certification.
Nice.
Special ed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Dude, I love working with kids like that. They really, really appreciate.
Yes.
You know, they really, really do appreciate you. Yeah, that's really, really cool. So, well, I want to thank you for coming and sharing your talent with us. And we are going to bring in, believe it or not, Miss Candi Sanders. How you doing, beautiful? Please have a seat.
Hi, Candy.
All right. All right. So, Miss Candi Sanders, I want to tell the kids out in TV land how I met you. I, believe it or not, was out partying one day. And I walked into a bar called Marshall's in Pflugerville, Texas. Yeah, Marshall's. Dude, the bartenders are so nice.
Yes,
and,
they're awesome.
And they make me really good drinks. I love you guys. But, all right, so so you're from Victoria, I guess?
I am. I'm from Victoria.
And at what age did you come to Austin?
I believe it was. Shoot. I mean, I believe I was 20. Yeah, I was about 2019. I went to the University of Texas as a music major.
Nice.
I graduated in 2004. Right after that, I joined a band called Alpha Rev.
Okay.
We started doing a bunch of touring, and then I started broadening my horizons. I was like, oh, let me join a bunch of other bands and just get more experience.
Yeah.
So I sang with like Ruthie Foster, I started singing with her. AJ Vallejo, I do a bunch of stuff with him even still.
Nice.
That guy.
That guy.
Love for that dude.
Yeah.
And just really a lot of experience. Done a bunch of studio work for other artists. So it's been a real amazing journey here in Austin. I can't see myself anywhere else, honestly.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah, I love this place. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
I love Austin. I went to see you perform, and then I was just listening, and I was like, wow, we got to get her on the show. We got to get her on the show. So I called Tyrone, and I told him, I said, dude, you got to, or I didn't call him because I don't have a cell phone, but I called him. Next time I saw him, I told him, I said, dude, you got to get this girl on the show. I'm sorry, this lady. We're not supposed to say girls anymore. Hey, we got to get this girl on the show. So anyway, it took a couple of months or 2-3 months or something like that to finally get you locked in. And I was so excited when you told me that you were going to come in.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Kids, you're going to love her singing, and you're going to love this band. They feel their music. I don't know how else to put it. They just feel their music, and that's awesome. So I'm so glad that you guys are here to share with us. We only showcase the best talent, that we can get.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we've had a 5-time Oscar-nominated director on the show. So
oh, wow, that's
yeah,
awesome.
so you're in good company.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're in good company. So what made you decide to play your kind of music, this kind of music?
Well, I've always been told that I need to sing blues.
Well, I love the blues.
I mean, I like the blues too, but I felt like that's not my forte. As I was growing up, we were always exposed to rock music, and I have a very soulful voice, so the combination of rock and soul really intrigued me, and I was like, let's do that. I've even dabbled in a Southern rock. I just love Southern. I just like rock.
Nice.
I listen, one of my favorite bands is Tool.
Nice.
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite bands, and I love rock. I love soul. I believe what we're doing is a little different for the person that I am and the person I look like. Just saying.
Well, you gotta do what makes you happy.
Yes, and that's what makes me happy. I mean, no hating on blues music. I like that, but I can't see myself doing that purely, just purely. So, I mean, my dad's band is like Texas rock, funk.
What kind of music did you grow up listening to?
Man, we listened to so much music, we've listened ranging from Cameo to Motley Crue to Rat.
Nice.
Really.
And what's Dad's band's name?
Cool and Together with a K.
Cool and Together with a K.
They've been confused with Cool and the Gang, but they started. They're deemed the. I keep looking at her. They're
well,
deemed.
She's a lot prettier.
Yeah, she's very, what are they deemed as? I'm talking about the genre-wise.
Funk and rock.
Yeah, funk rock. Like the Godfathers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they've been playing for a long time. So,
Since the 70s.
yeah. And they really started playing again, since 2012. So, it's really fun.
And are they in Victoria?
They're in Victoria.
Okay, nice.
And they come here and they play. So.
Well, Dad, you got to invite me to the show, and I'll try to make it if I'm not in jail. I want to clarify something, that she is a lot prettier than me, but I am wearing a white hat too. Thank you very much. So I got that going for me. So, okay, so you play piano, and is that, do you play any other instruments?
I try to dabble in acoustic guitar, but I mean, it's just dabbling.
Okay.
Because I try, when I'm playing, my fingers hurt, and I'm just like, oh, I look at my fingers and they're
Yeah.
like red, and I'm like, that's too much pain.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I have maybe a couple of songs, maybe 2 or 3 songs on guitar right now.
Awesome.
Acoustic guitar, but I mean, I don't know if I ever play it out. Ever. But I mean, piano is one of the things that I picked up when I was a freshman in high school.
Wow.
Just kind of listening. Tundra was teaching me how to play something in one of the practice rooms. Like Deanna was there, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. So I made a song, and that song is called Temptation now. Like Drew Walters helped me write that song.
Yeah. It was so frustrating to see her like playing the piano, like because she can play by ear.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm walking by and like, what? I'm like trying to learn with music and she's playing by ear.
This is something that I've been doing for years. So I mean, our family's very musical.
Right.
My uncle to my aunts to my mom even plays piano. So it's
Really?
like, yeah, she's
And what's
piano
mom's
player.
name?
Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. You
Yeah.
did a great job.
We're all C's.
Yeah.
Like it's like Kathy, Charles.
That was for you, Kathy. You did a great job. I know that they were angels growing up. I'm no problems, I'm sure.
I was an angel.
And Connie's laughing the most, so you know what that means. Yeah, you know what that means.
Yeah.
But if you have kids, you know what that means. But well, we're really glad that you're here, to
Yeah,
share your
I'm so
talent with us.
happy to be here. Thank you guys for having us.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Like I said, we like to showcase talent. Sometimes we have raw talent that we feel is, going to eventually be awesome. But you're well done. So, you guys are done, man. You guys are, wow.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, again, thank you for coming to share your talent. Kids, hang in tight. We will be right back. Take a puff, a rip, or a sip, and we'll be right back. Ta-da! Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show.
Here's yo daddy.
That's it. You've seen it. You've seen the magic. You've seen the people, and you've seen the dog himself. Let's see, just Tyrone. After the show, what are your after the show thoughts, man?
We were just live. Adrenaline.
As a director, what were your high and lows? Right?
My high and lows. My high was probably the dog coming in, the nice ending.
Right.
My low was probably me messing up with the green screen, but that happens. It's live television.
Take it easy, Mr. Director. Thank you for everything. And
Bye. I'm going. I must go.
He's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
These taste delicious, by the way. Thank you, Harding Corona, Palm Springs Road, Austin, Texas, for the best Mexican martinis. Well, next to mine, the best. All right, kids. Candi and the Muthaload.
Woo! All right. You gonna have some fun tonight, yeah? This first song is called Tease Me, off of the Candyland album. We changed our names because I felt like Candyland was too sweet for my style. The person I am. Too sweet. I'm sweet, but not that sweet.
again, again. Oh, you're tearing me up again. Thank you. Woke up this morning with delight, feeling all kinds of high. Like in flight, up and down, now here we go now. Chase me freely, yeah. Come on, boy. Calm down and feel fine. Move on slow, baby, it's alright. Here we go, jumping all around now. Here we go, just play with me, feel me up while by you know. Just play with me, fill me up with your every delight. Yeah, let it be, let My hair's catching onto my mic. We're gonna do another song called Deep. Ooh, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. Deep exposure is likely. My wings are broken, no more flying. Take a breath and let it all out. My mind is clear as I scream and shout. See how the rain seems so far away. The distance is so troubling. It takes me to a place. Dreams seem so vivid, far away. My mind is clear now, so bring me out of this space. Ooh, so deep, drowning, drowning, drowning. Ooh, so deep, I'm free. tiniest little star, tiniest little star. It smiles, smiles upon us. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're gonna get a little funky. Oh, yeah, yeah, no. Here on the road, feeling so alone, thinking about all the things going on at home. I don't know what is wrong with me. Thought about how he came crawling back on his knees. Whoa, 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 yeah, no. I feel sick, I feel all kinds of weak. I feel like I've been knocked straight down on my knees. What the hell is wrong with me? This man is dripping me all kind of crazy. Tell you one thing, and the one thing is true. I'm not gonna crawl back to you. No. Yeah, we're having a party up in here. No. One more. Okay, we're going to do a song called Tease Me. All right. This is our last one. Thank you guys for having us. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Big Daddy. Appreciate it. Love you guys. Thank you for having us again. Connie, Deanna, Trevor, Chris, Andy. We all love you. The situation all the time. Complications seem to blow my mind. Do you know what you do to me? Wanna be free with you, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. You test my soul and I'm near you. I haven't felt this for a long, long time. Why do you want to? Why do you want to? Yeah. Tease me all the time. Tease me. As the seconds go on by, is there a chance that you and I get to go properly? You can play it today. All the little things you do now seem to get me through. Really, yeah. When you tickle me, I feel sensations down my spine, and I want it all the time. Tease me. Oh, oh, oh. Will you come and feel me, baby? I wanna be all night, darling. Will you feel me? Will you? We're Candi and the Muthaload. Thank you for having us on your show. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I'm going to go over here. I want to share your mic with you. Yeah. All right, kids. That's it. Wasn't she awesome? Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. Rob, the 5-time Oscar-nominated director was Richard Linklater. And thank you, Rob. Where are you? Why aren't you here? Thank you, babe.
Thank
were
you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Good night, kids. Peace.
Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show.
Here's your daddy.